Hey, all right. There we go. Well, good morning, everybody. Taking a look at the metals market right now and take a look at gold. My goodness. Gold is just super extended, and so is crude oil. Look at the similarities here. Crude oil is just taking off. And this is something. This is good. This is a really good lesson to focus on, um, especially using a system like Trend Cloud that is a price action mapping system. This is a price action mapping system that's going to give you information on on price on multiple time frames. So this is really designed to give you a play by play on each on each dollar. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Graham. Yes, yesterday call on oil, big time. And here it is, right? We have gone super extended on that middle time frame, Graham. Look at that. So super extended. Um, with everything up, uh, trend, momentum, we've got it obviously on both time frames here, the 4 hour, the 1 hour. So, when we drop down to the 15-minute chart, and we start seeing, these levels here, right? Here's that last consolidation level. Just take a look here. This pullback probably, taking place right in here. Here's a rally-based rally. We can start. That's the next pullback, isn't it? Middle East geopolitical tensions. Yeah, absolutely. That's a catalyst, right? That's going to act as a catalyst. That's going to act as a catalyst to whatever we do. So this pullback taking place, let's put the opening range on here. Drop down to the 5. So the new opening range is going to form somewhere up here. ADR checkpoints, not too far off, is it? Not too far off. Let's recalculate the chart here. Okay. Opening range. So that opening range, that's going to take place right here. Zones are drawn out on that 15-minute chart. Rally, base, rally into a rally, base, 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 rally. A zone on top of a zone. So we can tighten that up. Tighten that up as much as possible. Right in here is that sweet spot. How far down is it going to go? We don't know. We don't know. If we do, let's say the opening range looks like this. Let's say the opening range looks like looks like this. If we get a breakout to the downside on the opening range, it's got to go really far to hit this level. Okay. This would be a bear trap. This would be any demand zone that we look at right now. It would be a bear trap. Okay. And why is that? Well, momentum is up, trend is up, trend is up. The fact that we're extended, you know, that's the only caveat. That's the only caveat here. If this decides to reverse back to here, right? In this scenario, let me clear this. So here's where the thinking gets to be complex. Hey, good morning, Frank. Good morning. Good to see you. Here's a lesson in putting the time frames together. Because all of this, okay, all of this here is extended. Candles are blue, right? Candles are blue. When is this thing going to reverse to go cross back below the 50, right? We don't know. We just know that it's going to happen soon. Price wants to do this. Close below the 50 to recalculate. See how the numbers work? Here's 1, pulled back above the 50, recalculated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's actually pushing up here into an 11th wave. Okay, so you see how right here on this chart, see how price broke above. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Complex retrace, right? So this is still 4. And it tried to make a 5th wave up, never crossed here, right? We're just going sideways. But what happened right here? We broke below right here. We broke below the 50 and recalculated. So this up here is 1. Okay. So just important to understand that. Important to understand that. There. So in this scenario, right, we've got an extended trend. So that extended trend, when it pulls back to recalculate, because that's what it wants to do, it's going to pull back below the 50 here. It's going to pull back somewhere below the 50. And look where that is on the highest time frame. Inside of the high time frame trend cloud. Okay, so on crude oil, if we want to really continue or get in on this to the long side, that's really what we want to wait for because of this situation here. This is extended, meaning the bottom can drop out of this at any moment. And if we go long today, as this is still extended, then the bottom could drop out. So Trend Cloud is warning you, hey, this could continue up, but let me tell you, it's super extended. And when something gets really extended like that, price wants to break below the 50 somewhere. So you can see here on the high time frame, right, that we are at the top of a cycle and we do have a triple cross, right? We've got this triple cross here, meaning we're at the beginning of a corrective move. Where does that corrective move want to go? Wants to go inside of the high time frame trend cloud. Yes, exactly. Yes. Shorting momentum stocks or counters, very risky on IMO. Absolutely, 100%. So you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth it to go long right now? Like on the opening range, what if it breaks out? Let's see here. Here's the opening range, right? What happens if we start to break out to the upside here on the opening range? With all this upward trend and momentum, there's going to be a lot of people going long here. And I guess you could go long right to here, You can go long right to here if you do break out, especially if we break out to the upside and we break through some structure here, right? If we break through this and we break out to the upside, you're going to be really close to this target. You'll be real close to this target here. So, there's really not a lot of asymmetrical leverage there. Not a lot of asymmetrical leverage. So crude oil, very extended. Let's move that over. That's funny. Let's see what else we got. How about natural gas? Natural gas pulling into the fifth wave. Right? Very strong uptrend. We're not quite extended here yet. Wow, market chat calling oil at 95. Oil at 95. Whoa. That's a lot of money. If we could get in on one contract of the full contract of crude oil and stay there until $95, that's a lot of money. Natural gas. Setting up, right? Still setting up the opening range. We've got the opening range here. And what's about to happen? Looks like a breakout to the upside. Breaks out to the upside, hits that ADR checkpoint, and maybe pulls back and just kind of goes sideways from there. With all of that news on crude oil, if this breaks out, we might break through all of these ADR checkpoints. Copper. Remember copper, we need the 15-minute. 15-minute opening range. Copper's extended to the upside, almost hitting the second ADR checkpoint, right? So very, very interesting how the metals market and the energy market are kind of in the same situation. You know, you've got all this trend and momentum to the upside. You know, trend cloud is showing you trend and momentum to the upside on your high time frame and your middle time frame. Beautiful. We love that. The issue is that 1 hour chart, guys, that 1 hour chart is super extended. So again, the bottom could drop out at any moment. That's what this warning is. When they turn ice blue, price wants to break below the 50, and it will look like this. It'll look like this right there. Price breaks below the 50 to recalculate, and that's what it will look like. And we can see this on your trend cloud system. This is exactly what this type of system is built for. And look at the high time frame. Look at all these reference points that trend cloud gives you, right? It's getting ready to pull back into the trend cloud on the highest time frame to make a move, to make a move up. To make a move up. This is what it's getting ready to do. So where is that in relation to the middle time frame here? Well, we know it wants to go below the 50, and we've got these levels here, right? We'll just draw it out right here. Make that a little darker. There's your middle time frame demand zone right there. Which one is it going to hit? I forgot who was asked. I think Ron was asking me the other day. Ron was asking a great question the other day, and he was saying, if I followed the something like if I followed the 1 hour trend cloud, I would have gotten the pullback, but I followed the 15-minute trend cloud and got stopped out or something. You know, you'll never know where the pullback's going to take place. You can only see those reference points. So if you're taking this demand zone right here on the 15-minute chart, but it really wants to go to this demand zone, well, how do you tell which one it is? Well, you can't. you'll never be able to predict that. You can only take the risk either on both with a small risk, right? Take a small risk on both. $100 risk on the first one, $100 risk on the second one. And if both of them fail, you know, now you're at your 1%. You know, even if you take 1% on each trade, then you have to be careful, right? Because that 1% could end up being 2 or 3%. You know, that's why if you do that, if you take the full risk amount on each trade, you just have to, you know, say, okay, if I take 3 losses in a row, that's 3%. And then, you know, that's it. I'm out. You got to look for something else. Don't keep going, you know. You got to look for something else. What's this? Okay. So there we go. Copper broke out to the upside, hit these ADR checkpoints. You know, do we want to be a buyer here? Definitely not, right? Trend is extended on the 1 hour. We hit these ADR checkpoints. Copper is pretty much done for the day. Copper is done. So this is a filtering out process. It's a trading is definitely, it's a filtering out process rather than a filtering in process. In recruiting, it's the opposite, right? My mentor, Ken Eichstead, used to say that all the time. But with trading, it's definitely, you want to filter out trades that are high risk. So this is a high risk trade, and we don't want that. Let's go to silver. Silver's looking good. We still have room to run on silver here. Starting to get extended, right? Look at this. Look at this. Break above structure, pulls back, hits the trend cloud, and just takes off. What's that, Graham? ADR. Yep. Very nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. I agree with that. Yeah, that's anything to mitigate risk, I would do it. So mostly what we're doing in these sessions is practicing reading price action through trend cloud, right? We read price action through trend cloud. Obviously, it's the trend cloud trading room, right? And we're using strategies like supply and demand and the opening range as our entry, right? As our entry points. Platinum. Not a lot of volume on platinum here. Platinum. Let's go to platinum. PL. What in the world is going on with platinum? We're on the N contract. Let's bring that up here. Okay, platinum. Now, I like this platinum. I like the way this platinum trade is looking. Take a look at this, guys. Nice break above structure right here on the high time frame. It has pulled back, okay? It has pulled back into that 4-hour chart. And we are real early in the trend. Okay. Well, unfortunately, platinum is very expensive, right? It is super expensive. Here's the breakout. It is just starting to break out to the upside here. Hitting that previous day's high. Do we get a pullback here? If we do, if we get a pullback here, we've got a really nice zone right in here, don't we? Little too expensive. Okay. We can do that. We can get one. We can get one contract here. Let's see if we can zone in on this a little bit more with Fibonacci. Swing low. Swing high. There you go. Right there, 786 retracement level. 786 retracement level right there. I'm going to let that one sit on platinum. That's $175 risk. As long as this takes place right now. If we go all the way up to here and we hit that ADR checkpoint, and then start to pull back, well, it's probably just going to go sideways. But if we get, a break above structure, then it pulls back. A lot of buyers sitting here. A lot of buyers sitting there. Okay. ZMF. Let's take a look at some financials here. These financials trend really nicely. These guys trend really nicely. Here's 4-hour chart is down, cycling down, momentum is down. We're early in the trend. Starting to become extended, right? On that fifth wave. Starting to put in that fifth wave right there. Heading for that ADR checkpoint. Wow, today everything is so close to that ADR checkpoint today. Everything is super close to already running the full length of the day. All right, we do have a pullback here that could take place. It does like these deep pullbacks, right? Does it pull back and then go all the way down? Let's see. Possible entry right there. That is a possible entry right there if it happens right now. So we can leave that on. We can leave those trades on. This would be a retest of those trend cloud signals on the 15-minute chart. We're asking a lot. We're asking a lot on that high time frame. And this moves pretty dang slow. So let's see. 2-year note. Down, down, and down. The last 2 days candle. Sure, yeah. Yep. 1 or 2 day candle close. Set the stop loss. Yep, absolutely. Another valid method. So the idea is, when do you use, which one do you use? And if you're a real geek about it, it's like, okay, well, we have to back test and see how many, which one works better. And then you have all these different instruments. So it's like, okay, which one do we use? Is there a way to determine, which one of these stop loss methods to use? Really flattening out here, right? Breaking through structure, right? We went sideways on the 1 hour chart, breaking through. Trend cloud signal here. Let's see if there's anything in here on the 5 minute. Okay. 5 minute, we've got it sort of right here, right? We've got that right there. And then we've got this up here. Right there. 2 little 5 minute zones here. A lot of momentum to the downside. Right? Right? Take a small risk on that. That's a possibility. Right? I think if we pull back into this area here, we could see a move down. A lot of pressure to the downside here. Little 5 minute. Right to that first ADR checkpoint. Set that target. Extended trend now, right? 5 minute extended trend. And it's already hitting ADR checkpoint. So I would say no mas on that. Filter it out, right? So we're filtering that out. We don't want that. 10-year note, right? 10-year note, definitely. 5 minute right here. Downtrend. Momentum is down, cycling down across all time frames. There we go. Right there. 15-minute chart. Nice. Nice. This zone on the 15-minute chart broke through structure here. And it's also a 5-minute zone as well. Totally legit. Big rejection candle here on soybeans. What's going on here with soybeans? Let's take a look. All we're doing is reading the charts and setting up trades. That's our job. Our job is to read trend cloud, filter out the bad, take trades on the good, and let it run. That's it. Let it run. 4-hour chart, down. But here we're cycling up, so we're in a corrective move. Where does that corrective move want to end? Wants to end somewhere inside of its trend cloud. Deep pullback. That's all the way up here. Definitely go out to the 15 on that one. Okay. And right in there is your sweet spot, right? Wow. Very interesting. This is a very interesting situation here. Look at this, guys. Downtrend on the high time frame, downtrend on the 1-hour chart. Momentum is down. We're correcting right now. We're cycling up into the 4-hour trend cloud. So we start looking for supply zones in this area, and we do see them on the 15-minute chart right in here. But look at what we've got. We've got an ADR checkpoint right at this rally base drop here. Rally base drop, ADR checkpoint right there. I would take a chance on that ADR checkpoint for today. Sell one, because look at the risk is very small. The risk is very small. Right? If this pulls back, hits that ADR checkpoint with all that downward momentum, that could be that could be a real winner. That could be a real winner. Okay, let's go to, let's adjust. Can we adjust it? There you go. Okay. Yep, we'll have to put it right there. I would take the chance on that if it does happen today. If this does pull back and hit that ADR checkpoint today, you've got a really good chance of this continuing the downtrend. That's an opportunity there. And it would pull back, and that would be right at the top of that trend cloud there. Very interesting. Let's get rid of all of that. See what that looks like right there. It's a little high, but look at how we've been breaking through that. We've been breaking through the trend cloud. So we have these massive impulse down, and then we've got very strong correction. Impulse down, strong correction. Impulse down, and maybe, another strong correction up. It's a possibility for today. Otherwise, we've got this all up here. Right? If this doesn't work, we've got two other ADR checkpoints right in here. Okay. Interesting. As of right now, we're pulling into this. We're pulling into this trend cloud here. It didn't quite make it back to this, did it? Unless you incorporate that. Nope, not even with that. Rally, base, base, drop. Didn't quite make it. Didn't quite make it. Ticker CC1. A while back. Yeah. Up 100%. Wow. No, I did not. I didn't invest in that stock. Cocoa. That's right. I remember that. I remember that, Graham. I remember that. There we go. All right. So that is on soybeans. Very interesting. Okay, so we'll leave that on soybeans. How about corn? Let's go over to corn. Wow, corn also down on both time frames. Momentum is down. Looks like it is reacting off of the middle time frame trend cloud here. What's that look like on the 15-minute chart? Consolidation. Oops. Look at that. So this thing here has hit this supply zone several times, right? Making these, here's your low. Here's your higher low. And if it breaks through here, we'll have another higher low. So it's wanting to, and here's an ADR checkpoint with a rally base drop right here. Rally base drop. Okay. There we go. Make the adjustment there. You know, it is what it is. It's got to work. If it goes past here, we're kind of right on the cusp, right? You know, we'll have to do something like that. Whatever. It is what it is. We'll never know. All we can do is set up the trades, right? That's all we can do. So I'm saying it's going to break through here because we've been eating up all the sellers in here. Where is the next level? Jumps up to here, hits that ADR checkpoint, and makes the move down. So that would be a higher time frame call. Let's go over to wheat. Okay, wheat doing some weird. Oh, okay. Wheat is definitely following. Okay, it's following this channel here, right? Break below. It's in this very weird pattern. Very difficult to very difficult to follow something like this, right? You would have to go short This is what it's following right now. And right, the trajectory of this is something like this. That's kind of what it's following, right? That type of a pattern really throws a monkey wrench into any momentum-based trading system. So very, very difficult to trade something like that. So I would say move on. Check out the euro. Okay, so the euro 4-hour chart, trend is down, but momentum is up. We're just starting to break above the 1 hour. Momentum's in our favor. So this is the very beginning of an uptrend, right? 1 hour chart, candles became extended, and then boom, broke above that 50 simple to recalculate. So is this wanting to recalculate and continue the downward movement? Or does this want to continue up, find support, and then make a move? Okay. You would have to wait. You'd have to wait and see. So if we wait, what do we want to wait for? We want to wait for this to at least break above that 50 simple on the high time frame right there. Okay. So we would want to see it hit one of these ADR checkpoints. And if it does hit one of these ADR checkpoints today, okay, then we can say, all right, let's wait for a retest of something in this area here to go long. So we're still waiting. Japanese yen breaking to the downside. Trend is down. Cycling down. Momentum is down. There's that ADR. I mean, there's the trend cloud signal right here. We could get a retest of that trend cloud signal. We have broken through a lot of structure. Consolidation, breakthrough structure here. Wow. Previous support, right? Previous support could become resistance right here. Support, 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 breaks through, pulls back. There you go. Previous support becomes resistance. All right. And on the 15-minute chart, we've got a couple of, we've got a drop base drop. And look at that. It came back. It hit that drop base drop. and made the move down. So it already hit that. Next one up, rally, base, drop right here. There we go. Is it going to hit it again? Man, it just hit it right there. Possibility. Possibility right there. British pound. Downtrend, cycling down. So we're in an impulse phase. Momentum has not caught up with us yet. And we're consolidating on that 1 hour chart, right? But momentum is against us. Can't really do anything yet. Can't really do anything yet on that. So we got to filter that out. Australian dollar. Downtrend, cycling down, same thing. Momentum hasn't caught up yet. And we're still in this pseudo uptrend on the middle time frame. Didn't quite break below, so we don't have momentum on our side either. Mexican peso, uptrend, cycling down, momentum is down, pseudo uptrend, blah. Don't like it. All right, this is interesting. The Swiss franc. Swiss franc. What do you guys think? Downtrend, cycling down. Momentum is starting to shift here. We've got bullish divergence here. Yeah, no kidding. We got bullish divergence. This thing is super extended on the 4 hour as well as the 1 hour. ADR checkpoints anywhere? That's weird. Wow, all the way down there. Okay. $15-minute chart is all over the place. What do we want to see here as far as a reversal? Wow, look at that. We are retesting this, this area here. We're retesting this area here. Okay. Okay. Look at what we've got here, guys. Do you see? Look at this bullish candle here. This came down, hit this area, and just ripped to the upside. And then it just slowly meandered back down, broke a little bit below. So it's testing this area, right? This area right now is being tested. Look at the pattern that we've got here. We've got a low. It goes sideways, right? Break structure right there. Pulls back, right? So we've got a low. This is all sideways movement here. Break structure. Here's your higher low. And this is going to be another higher low if we break through this. So we're kind of going back and forth here. If we break through structure here, I think you can, and that's the 15-minute chart. What does it look like on the 5? A lot clearer on the 5, right? Look how clear that is on the 5-minute. Here's your low, higher low, and this could be another higher low here. We just have to break through, right? Forming a drop base rally here. Right there. Make that blue. Breaks through. Pulls back. Take the trade. Right? Take the trade right there. But it hasn't done that yet. Extended trend. Again, on the 4-hour chart. New Zealand dollar. Okay. We've got momentum on our side. And we've got this 1 hour. We've got a 1 hour demand zone here. We've got a 1 hour demand zone there. It's looking like it's trying to choose a spot. It's trying to choose a spot either there or here. Right? Hitting that demand zone, going sideways. Okay, there's a $100 risk right there. On that reversal, where does this want to go? It wants to go above here. So there's your target right there. Very possible. Very possible. Couldn't do that on the Swiss though, right? Not quite. Couldn't do anything on the Swiss just yet. We really want to see a break above structure, which it looks like it's going to do. And we really want CCI. We really want that CCI to be above positive 100. CCI should be above. We've got to have we've got to have momentum on our side if we're going to take this trend reversal. So we got a lot of trade setups here. A lot of trade setups. But we need that momentum component, like here. See how we've got it here on the Canadian dollar? We're just starting to reverse. We're just starting to reverse on the Canadian dollar. Momentum is on our side on both time frames. Cycling up. Really nice break of structure here. Look at what we've got here now. Now look at, all right, we're getting into some trades here. Japanese yen and also the ZTM. Very nice. Okay. So we're starting to enter some trades here. Uh-oh. What happened there? Let's see. Right here. $15-minute chart. Canadian dollar. Come on. What happened? Oh, we've got some lag issues here on TradingView. There we go. Okay. There we go. All right. Very nice. Yeah, that's what I thought happened. Okay. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. There we go. Right? Yeah. Excellent day. Okay. What happened with Japanese yen? Whoa. Okay. We've seen this happen a lot on the Japanese yen, haven't we? Ripped through everything. There's that second entry point. A lot of whipsaw on the Japanese yen, right? We'll just leave that alone. Downtrend, right? Pulling back. We've got the downward momentum on our we've got the downward momentum here on that 1 hour chart, and we can see right in here, right? Whipsaw it out of the Japanese yen. That is very common. That is very common. 5-year note. That looks pretty good. That looks like it. We've got a good solid entry there. Okay, only one contract. There's your target. Nice reaction there. Nice reaction off of that demand zone, or supply zone, I should say. Our purple supply zone. Okay, let's go over it. Why do we take this? And then we will wrap it up. Okay, Graham. There's a bunch of people in here. Sometimes it's better just to watch. So Why did we take this trade? How did we set this up? How did we predict this? Trend cloud, 4-hour chart down, 4-hour chart cycling down. And at the time, that momentum was down as well, right? 1-hour chart down on the trend, cycling down, momentum is down. So we really have trend and momentum on our side. When you have trend and momentum on your side, start looking for the supply zones on that lowest time frame. And that's what we did. That's the setup, okay? That's the setup right there. Rally-based drop. There's your setup. Take the trade. Is it going to work every single time? We don't know. We don't know. It's not our job to know what trades are going to work, what trades are going to fail. Our job is to set the trade up and set the trade up with the proper amount of risk. That's your job. There's no mathematical formula to tell us the sequence of wins and losses. We can use a objective trade plan, take 100 trades, and then we can calculate how accurate this thing is, right? Just by taking the average. That's a mathematical formula that you can prove. But there's no mathematical formula for the sequence of wins and losses, right? You can say this is 70% accurate or 64% accurate or something like that. There's a mathematical formula to figure that out. But there's no mathematical formula to tell you or to figure out what's the sequence of wins and losses. You can only tell how many within a certain series of trades. Okay. So you make money in a series of trades, not in 1 or 2 trades, right? You make money in a series of trades, but you got to set that, you've got to set that risk properly. All right. All right, guys, that's the lesson for today. I'm going to manage this trade, and then I will post it in the private Facebook group for everybody. All right, everyone, great job. Thank you, and I will see you back tonight at 9 p.m. We're going to do a Globex prep, and we're going to take a look at the market and try to set some stuff up for tomorrow morning, okay? So we'll do a little Globex prep around 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Okay, everybody, take care. I will see you tonight.